Hi, welcome to the Weinke's World's Adventures. My name is Ron, and I'm going to be talking about my wife's cancer, what she went through. So I'm just going to read out what she wrote to CareBridge. So we got a CareBridge website. So she talked to each of what was going on, and so I'm just going to read it. Me and Tammy, my sweetie, I always call her sweetie, we're located in Florida from Minnesota to October 2023. We started a new adventure together. We bought a fifth-wheeler for our home base that is permanently in an RV park, and we plan to travel around from exploring. However, that quickly changed somewhat when I started having post-menopausal bleeding. On our first short cruise we took that December, it was difficult to find a doctor right away in Florida, and I could not get an appointment until January. She had a hard time finding people. She called, and I think what it is was when people move down here in Florida the first time, and then it's just hard to find a doctor that quick. So she finally got one. I finally got it with the PCP. She ordered tests and referred to me to a specialist for a biopsy. An ultrasound of showed up to 17 centimeters. It was thought to be a fibroid. The biopsy actually came back negative. However, as the bleeding kept increasing, it became very painful. It was decided to needed an hysterectomy, and I was referred to robotic surgery in Orlando, and finally had the surgery there on May 7, 2024. All that time she was uncomfortable. She was pain, and then some days she couldn't sleep. It was awful for her. So the surgeon thought she got it all out. Incapacitated as she removed the uterus that day. They were very hopeful that our troubles were all behind us. However, after the pathology report back, we found out it was cancer. I was just disappointed. There was in fact a very rare aggressive cancer called carcinosarcoma with rhabdomyosarcomatous. What I heard, it was like people get it every 100,000 to 1, and it was a very rare, and she had to get it. And I saw an oncologist in June 2024 and wanted me to have chemotherapy right away, because I hadn't read that research and realized that chemo is not that effective with this cancer. I had opted that out. Instead, I remained hopeful that they were able to get all out in the surgery, since nothing showed up in the fallopian tubes, ovaries, and cervix that were removed. We instead turned to God in prayers and believed that He would heal me and show us the best natural protocols we could use to prevent the cancer from coming back. And I went on very strict diet that was plant-based whole foods. I also added various supplements to my protocol as well. After my recovery from hysterectomy, I had a couple of good months. I was even able to return to Minnesota for my niece's wedding and see everyone in August. No, I didn't go. I was just starting getting a new job, and it was part-time, the plane ticket money, and I was fine with that. Besides, she able to see all her family up there and talk to them. Just stayed about a week. It might be less than that. I can't remember. After my recovery from head-sarcoma, I had a couple good months. Sorry, I read that already. By September 2024, I began having leg pain in my right leg, which has become more and more severe. It gradually got worse over the next few months, to where I was using a cane, walker, eventually a wheelchair. On December 10th, that's my birthday, I had to be taken by ambulance to a local hospital as the pain became excruciating. When the ambulance came, well, my wife called the ambulance. When the ambulance came, well, they couldn't get the stretcher in here. Fifth wheelers, you can't get it in there in the ambulance. So they brought in a special chair. It just got straps on it. It was okay. She was a little pain trying to get in and sit in it because that tumor was growing on her. Well, yeah, I'm not for sure it was a tumor or it swelled up, but it wasn't big tumor. It was just swelling. At that time, we didn't know what else. We thought it was nerve damage. Anyway, got her out there, and then at that time we didn't have an elevator at that time. They got her out there, sat down, got her up, and put her on the stretcher. He was trying to stretch her leg, but she screamed. It was just so loud that really bothered me, and I started crying. And they finally got her in the ambulance. We waited about, 5 minutes. She said the whole time she drove over there, she was in pain. So I drove behind them, and then we drove all the way back to the hospital. So I waited in the waiting room for 10 minutes, and I told them that my wife, and then they didn't come get me. And then finally I had to go up there and say, my wife is in the emergency room. She? Oh yeah, it's just. So I got in there. She's already got in the bed. She told me that when they transferred from the stretcher to the bed, she was in extreme pain too, and she screamed aloud. And one of the nurses had to close the door up, but she was screaming so loud she was in pain. So anyway, I got in the room. She was laying in there. So she wasn't hospitalized there for 5 days. Why did they try to get it under control, their pain? And did an MRI, it was discovered I had a lesion on my vertebrae as well as one of my pelvis. So they determined the cancer spread. I no longer was able to ever lift my right leg, and my left leg had to do most of the work, only allowing me to take a few steps at a time. My wonderful neighbors had helped install the elevator for me to use with the wheelchair, and I was able to set up rides with the county transit system for appointments. Well, the elevator, this neighbors were really nice neighbors. Since I had to go to work and then go visit Tammy in the hospital, they looking for an elevator. I couldn't decide a ramp or elevator. Well, elevator is probably the best way. You get a ramp, you got to take a lot of space. It takes more money. You got to buy the wood or whatever, aluminum. So I should see if they could find an elevator. Well, they looked, but some was like $1,000 or $2,000, and I just can't afford that. So they keep looking. They found one that was all over the east of Florida. And 4 guys jumped in, got a trailer, a utility trailer, it was a flat top. And they drove all over the east, picked this elevator up. Well, it was only $250, and it does work. They brought it over here and they set it all up. You get the cement pad. A bunch of guys came out, slide it out, put it on the pad, and I got pictures for it. And I was very thankful they did that. Otherwise, I would never, ever would be able to do it. And then I thanked everybody and thank God for that. Is the reason why I'm here. So, and then found a transit bus for the county. I have to pay like a quarter, wherever she needs to go. Mostly the appointments to see the doctors. So that was nice. And then unfortunately, things kept getting worse. After waiting a couple of months, I was finally able to find a new gynecologist and decided to have a PET scan on April 4th. Determine if there was more spread up. It was found that the cancer had spread in my lungs, bones, in many areas, liver, a large tumor in my right leg, hips area, lymph nodes, and a large tumor on my ribs on the left side. Now, the oncologist said that the chemo might help shrink the tumor some. Instead, I really wanted to try immune therapy, as I had heard good things about the treatment as well. And the responses I was able to have one session that worked as well as getting a bone strengthened. So that and the long history of how we got on the journey. I am thankful to the end for the helping me through in day and giving me peace on what I have gone through. He is my rock and my salvation. Psalm 62 and 2. I thank for all of your prayers in which I can work and feel working every day. Talked about me. And I was been God sent, and it's my wonderful caretaker. I love you so much. This is now this is me, 22nd. Fortunately, for the last week and a half, things have gotten quite a bit worse. In the period, I was able to push myself up and off the chair and get out of bed using the walker a few steps. I no longer have the strength in my legs to be able to do things. That my left leg has lost all strength and has become painful. We are pretty sure that this is the process of cancer in the vertebrae. Ron has great trouble lifting me and out of bed because I'm not able to help. It's quite painful. I am now in bed all day, and we are no longer going to be able to get to the infusion appointments and travel at all. The tumor in the top of my right leg, also the tumor on the left mass, so that it creates difficulty having anyone try to transfer me. Her tumor on her right leg, it's like a bulge right there. It's like in higher, but it's spreading out. It's not this way, but now it's not more for the uterus. Now we have bed sheets. Now the only way they can help change the bed sheets. Now I do it when it gets really bad. So she just she moves over on one side, just enough I can pull it one side out. And then she can move the other side, and then I can pull that out. The hard part, but it was the one with the side of the tumor. She can't lift it that high up. So just a little bit, and then I could just pull it all over there underneath there. I try to make the bed and just pull it back up there slowly, little by little, and it just feel comfortable. Get the diapers on there and a catheter. I did both the diapers and the catheter on. Just be more safer and cleaner. So that was hard. Given these challenges and the pain and experiences, since we have made a difficult decision to start some home hospice services. It was nice because they all can come here to support us. The hospice team consists of doctors, RN, aides, and social worker, medications, management chaplain. Given these challenges and the pain I'm experiencing, we have made it difficult decisions to start some in-home hospice services. It is nice because they can come here to support us. The hospice team consists of a doctor, RN, aides, social worker, medication management, chaplain, and other staff. I have already had several visits and I'm very impressed with them. We weren't expected to make these decisions so soon, but it makes the most sense with how quickly my mobility has deteriorated and the fact that we can now get home care. It will also make things easier on me. Giving the aides can help me with personal care a couple of times a week. I will still continue to fight from my hospital bed here at home in Florida. Know that God loves me and will heal me in whatever capacity that may be. Right now, I'm just taking one day at a time and looking for the blessing in each day. I thank you all of being blessed in my life and for your prayers. 2025. First of all, I want to thank my wonderful friend, classmate Mary Peterson for putting together this Caring Bridge site and for helping me with it. I would be able to get this updates out like this without her. Thank you so much, Mary. I love you. And I'm also thankful each of you for your loving, caring concern as well. You continue prayers. It means so much. I have each and every one of you. Hospice has been going well. I have various hospice team members coming in Monday through Friday. Check on me and provide care. I have an RN who stops weekly. My vitals here have been very good. My oxygen count is high and about 96 or 97 most of the time, so that is great news. Thankfully, my blood pressure has been lower than I have been for a while, on 28/80. The RN also orders my medication for me so I don't have to worry about that stuff. They also provide a lot of different supplies, which is so helpful. Other supplies, diapers, shampoo, and then I bought, and my wife, she bought it looks like a sink, and it blows up, and then she leans back, don't wash her hair, and then I could empty it out in the sink, and that works really good, works great. And then what else? Lotion, and provide the tubs, which is really nice. So I have nurse's aide who comes twice on Tuesdays and Thursdays to provide any care that I might need. This week I had my hair shampooed as I cannot get out of bed to do that. Me, as always been doing this for me, has done a great job. I really enjoy having the hospice chaplain come. He has met Ron and I twice. His visits are very uplifting and helpful. I also have a social worker who stops by occasionally. Hospice also provides round-the-clock coverage should an emergency come up to provide assistance even in the middle of the night, which is amazing. In terms of my appetite, that has been kind of sporadic. This week I seem to be hungrier, so I am allowing myself to eat whatever sounds good. For those of you who know me well, I have not been eating meat or dairy for the past 5 years, so this is new. Lately, I've been having chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy, eggs, potato salad, and I have been craving cookies. Sure receipt. I am just thankful for the Lord getting me through each day. I try to look for specific things for a while, things for which I am grateful, and each day I am praise Him for those things. Yesterday I had a beautiful sunshine down through the woods behind me. I'm also thankful that my pain being managed right now so I can lay here pain-free. I enjoy and am thankful for the TV shows that make me laugh, such as All in the Family. It really helps to get my mind off the things sometimes. Did I say I am also thankful for the cookies? She likes cookies. Thursday, June 5th. This is just a quick update on how things are going overall. There haven't many changes, and it's pretty much status quo. There have been some increased pain, so I have been taking more medications. This is an indication that cancer is spreading. As long as I stay on top of the pain, it seems to be manageable. We have many visits this week, which have been nice. First, my sister Karen and her son Josh visited from Minnesota for a few days. Then my daughter Jessica came down from Minnesota toward the end of the week. It was nice to have time with such each of them give some hugs in person. Now after Jessica left, she's got another son named Tony. Tony came down here with her dad. They had a camper and stayed here about 4 days a week. I'm not sure. So he came in here and talked to her for a few visits. So that was nice. It was hard on Tony. After he left, and then her brother Mike and his wife Rita are in town and are visiting several times while they're here. It's been really good for me to have visitors and good for emotional health, for sure. In between visits, I've continued the jungle hospice care at home. We had more of a routine now, so someone visits almost every day, Monday through Friday. We are thankful to have help and to monitor my health conditions. I continue to try to look at the good in each day and have blessings that I have around me. God has truly blessed me with a caring circle of family and friends who I love so much. All of your prayers have been lifting me up and giving me peace, so that I'm thankful for that. I am grateful for a condition on very hot days down here in Florida. gotta read that again. I am grateful for air conditioning on the very hot days down here in Florida. I am also thankful for many different kinds of cookies I've tried in the last week. Thanks for the crumble, Jessica. Yum. Thursday, June 12th. Tammy's less responsive. Okay, I gotta get this straight. This is where Todd came back down from Alaska to visit Tammy. She was fine, she was awake. She was responsive. She was fine all day. And then Todd had been traveling all day, all night. He got here. He was very tired, so he went to get something to eat. And then went to a hotel. He was just too tired, didn't want to come back. That was fine. So I spent time with Tammy, and we were fine. And she fell asleep. She was sleeping more often. And the hospice lady told her you have to give her Tammy because she was having no pain. Something was wrong. And she was catheter. She tried to go to the bathroom. She couldn't. By the way, the last week and a half, she was bleeding. I mean, she's going peeing. And there was blood in the urine. I mean, it was not really just urine. It's almost like blood in her urine. There was a lot. And she tried to go to the bathroom. She couldn't. So that's why she wanted to call the hospice. So they came. So the hospice lady told give her a whole pill of morphine. I thought she was going to get. She's getting more pain, and she knew something was wrong. So this is what. She was less responsive. She was waking on and off, no longer talking. Her breathing is low and heavy. Her heart rate is 80 over 60. The hospice nurse was up this morning and then will be returning with more medication to help elevate the pain agitation. Well, when I got up at 1:30 that morning that day, I was trying to give her some medication, morphine. I couldn't wake her up. She was just out of it. I tried to. So I just let her go. That's where I called it, the hospice. And so they came over. I had to get some morphine. And then that time, Tammy was awake. I called Todd. I told Todd it's not good. She's not. You may have to come over. So he came over. But he had to leave about, I don't know, maybe 11. I'm not for sure what time. He had to leave in the morning sometime. He took catch up with his plane. He made it. He said he barely made it. So we had to give her liquid morphine. She didn't have it that time. And finally I got the morphine from FedEx. They gave it to me. I explained how does this work. And it's a syringe. So I have to syringe it in the bottle and pull out whatever it says on there. She told me, and then give her one half of it under her tongue, another half on top of her tongue. And feel the pain. And she said it tastes awful. I do not believe that. And I was asking prayers, and Tammy know that she's deeply loved. She's a beautiful child. God. Her faith has been an incredible gift to all of us. I was asking prayers made Tammy know that she is deeply loved. She is a beautiful child and God of God. Her faith has been an incredible gift to all of us. May the peace of God that passes all understanding guide our hearts all in our minds in Christ Jesus. Amen. On that day, everything I had to give her morphine every 4 hours, and then help her. She was sleeping most of the time, so I knew the cancer spread. And I changed her diapers. Let's just check it, make sure. She goes number 2. The bleeding was not stopped. Or go a little bit, and then so I just did the best I can. Changed her diapers. I probably changed it, I don't know, 5 times that day before passing. I just don't want. I want her to feel comfortable as much as possible. No, I don't want that poop and blood. I took care of her. Gave her morphine. The first night she went through, I slept down here. For 2 days she was sleeping a lot. Then that last day, I slept down here. Recliner. I didn't really sleep. I was playing a lot of Christian music, and I was reading the Bible for her. And her breathing, slow and shallow. I took a nap of 1 hour. I woke up, make sure she's okay. She was fine. Suddenly I nod off again into music, and I woke up again. It's about midnight. I see her chest, her breathing was slowing down. So I watched her. Took her one long breath. Something to stop. I waited. And then suddenly she took one small breath. There she was gone. I said to her, I'll be waiting for you. You can go see Jesus. I said, I love you. That was hard. Anybody there lost cancer? Anybody dying? Cancer is the worst thing. Painful. Can you imagine? Nobody doesn't deserve to die in pain and cancer. If you love that person so much, taking care of her. There's nothing you can do except love her. And have God and Jesus there for you. That's all matters. And all I could do is honor Tammy the rest of my life. We'll never forget her. All the memories we have together. When you have someone you love together that long. It just feels hard to replace that. We were so much alike. There's so much common. I know Tammy wanted me to go on. I'm trying. Just have to face with God, with Jesus. We take care of you. We all not gonna live forever. The only place we be forever and on, ever eternity is be with God. All we have to do is trust Jesus. Jesus is the way, the only way. You believe in Him. Trust me. Trust Jesus. And thank you for watching this. May God bless you all.